Pastor John here with your word for the week. It's kind of a vulgar expression. It sometimes is used when somebody makes an exaggeration, even an obnoxious one. For example, somebody saying, "Oh, I could beat Giannis Antetokounmpo in a one-on-one basketball game." To which would be responded, "You're full of it." Sorry if that's a bit vulgar, but I use that expression to make a point that sometimes people often exaggerate and then not even be aware of it. Certainly what was happening on Palm Sunday as Jesus rode into Jerusalem, his followers were so excited. They said some incredible things about him, that he was the chosen of God, the Son of David, their king. And they were praising him for about to bring to them peace and glory. Peace from the Romans by driving them out. Glory to their nation by making it great again. And then less than a week later, they saw Jesus chained and bloodied by the Roman enemies. And not a king's crown that he was wearing, but a crown of thorns that was pounded into his head. And they gave up on him. They no longer believed in him because their beliefs were exaggerated. They were full of false hopes. You know, that happens to you and me sometimes too, especially when we kind of give up on God. Maybe that relationship that we had such high hopes for, it doesn't work out. Or things are going along so well and suddenly they all fall apart. Or we're really rocking it personally, but then we make a big mistake and we blow it. And then we look to God and say, "God, I was counting on you. Why did you let me down from all the things I expected of you?" With exaggerating our beliefs in the earthly things that he never promised to us. Full of false hopes. And yet Jesus is still so fulfilling. He showed us that in the ways that maybe it looked like he was failing. Tortured and crucified by the Romans, and yet that was God's way. God's way of having us or our sins paid in full, so that he wouldn't be sticking us with a big bill for our sins later on in life. And it seemed like in dying, rising, and ascending back to heaven that he was abandoning us here to our evils. And yet that was his way of ruling over this world for us, and even being there to take us away from all of this someday to heaven. Yes, Jesus didn't let us down on that Palm Sunday ride into Jerusalem. He was fulfilling all of God's promises as our King, so that rather than being full of it, we can be full of him. Join us this Palm Sunday to be filled up. 5:30 on Saturday night, 9 a.m. on Sunday morning, or live stream that Sunday morning service or anytime after that.